Ooh, what's up, everybody? We did it, baby. We did it. We got a dub, man. The Mavericks, man, they take out the Lakers, man. 118-97 in a spanking. And we're here to talk about it today, baby. I'm cute up. Here's my co-host.
What's going on, fam? Man, y'all make sure y'all grab y'all something to drink. Y'all sit back. Nah, don't even sit back. Let that be known.
We did it, baby. We back.
What's going on? What's going on?
All is not lost. All is not lost, boy. It was looking bleak and dim. With the way that we were playing ball, man, it was like, man, we can't beat nobody playing like this. And this is what we was talking about on the last show. We were like, man, with the way that we playing, the way Spencer was playing, the way that all the guys was playing, Clay was playing, it was like, bro, we ain't gonna beat nobody. The way Jason Kidd was coaching, we ain't gonna beat nobody like this, man. Like, we were making dumb mistakes. Spencer wasn't being aggressive. And then when he do be aggressive, he was turning the ball over. And so today was a day of reckoning. Today was a day where you was going to see if this team is who we thought they were. This team got a bunch of guys with pride, a bunch of guys who stand on business and say, you know what? Enough is enough. And today we seen that. Do we get embarrassed on national TV? Or do we stand up and say, you know what? Lakers, y'all might have more talent, but we're going to put it to where y'all just have to flat out just beat us. We're not going to beat ourselves. And we're going to play hard. We're going to knock down shots. And you guys are going to have to come out. You're going to have to really beat us. You're going to have to use your star power to beat us. And the Lakers, when they looked up, they was in a dogfight, and the Lakers didn't come ready for this type of game. The Lakers actually thought this was going to be a rollover game. And shout out to everybody on the team, man. I've been hard on you for these past 5 games, and rightfully so. You can't be mad at me for the stuff I said because it was the truth. But when you play good, you know I'm going to come up and I'm going to big you up. I'm going to give you props. And shout out to everybody, man, on tonight, man. PJ, man, played almost 40 minutes, man. Gave you 22. 8 rebounds, man. Dinwiddie, 19. 8 assists, 6 rebounds. This is what I'm talking about. That's how you hoop. Klay Thompson, 13 and 2. And the spurt that really kicked the game off was Klay Thompson. When he hit those threes, because it was looking bleak, I said, man, here we go. If you haven't been noticing, in this loss, Dallas failed at the end of the second quarter and coming out of halftime. We've been losing these games. We would jump out on teams and play well, and then at the end of the second, we either give up the lead or we finish the quarter poorly, and then coming out of halftime, we'll let the team go on a run. And at the end of that second half, I said, oh man, the Lakers went up like 5 or 6. And I said, man, here it comes. They finna let it go. And they finna end this quarter bad, and the Lakers gonna come out in the third quarter and probably blow this game open. And Captain Clay said, no, sir. Jason Kidd with a brilliant call to jump it off out of the timeout. Ran a staggered screen. Sending Clay out that staggered screen, got him a good look, and that sparked it. When he hit those threes, I believe he gave the team confidence like, hey, man, we can probably win this. And so shout out to Clay. Shout out to Kidd, man. The defensive strategy today, I was shocked that he did it. The defensive strategy was they would put they was Dallas wasn't afraid to switch Lively onto anybody, right? So that's already going to mess up your flow. And then with Lively's ability to stay with pretty much anybody on the perimeter, that made it tough. And PJ able to hold his own. So what they did was they played AD 1-on-1 from the free throw on out. If he caught at the elbow, anywhere in there, they played him 1-on-1. On the box, they trapped him. And so what happened was with the traps on the box, it forced AD out. It forced him to the elbow. It forced him, and this is what JJ Redick was talking about. They pushed AD out because they said, no, you're not going to set up shop down here. We're going to trap you. And this is what we were saying should have happened against Jaren Jackson Jr. And then once AD got out from the free throw line on out, they didn't care who was on him. I don't care if it's a small on him. We'll live with that. We'll live with him shooting jump shots. But we're not going to live with him dunking the ball and laying the ball up in here. Brilliant. And it was kind of hard for JJ Redick to adapt to that because what do you do? What do you do on that? Unless AD just turn around and just gets hot from three, and then still you live with that. Like if he's going to beat us like that.
Yeah, he's not a great three-point shooter.
He'll live like that. If he's just going to beat us and he's just going to come out here and he's going to knock down 8 threes, so be it. So brilliant call on that. Then offensively, they got back to Dallas bread and butter. No one does this better than Dallas. And that's seeking out the mismatch. And it's normally spearheaded by Luka. But today it was spearheaded by no other than Spencer Dinwiddie. Because wherever he's seen Austin Reeves or Austin Connect or Dalton Connect, he made sure they was in the action. And he called him out there and was like, I'm going to torch you. So much so until they started to send doubles at Spencer. They started to double him. And then that's when Grimes and them, they got off. Jaden Hardy got off on that. With the doubles, they was leaving Hardy open because you're doubling. And he was making them pay. Grimes making them pay. PJ making them pay. Clay making them pay. Off the dribble, too. Passing. And another thing that I like that probably won't show up in the box score, Dallas was okay with the role players doing whatever. They was fine with it. Okay. Like Finney Smith, get some threes. Connect, hit some threes. We're fine. As long as the guys who don't do who do the most of the heavy lifting, they're not killing us. And this is what we were so frustrated about against the Memphis game. Like, if those guys out there, if they beat you, tip your hat to it. But you don't let Jaren Jackson beat you. You just don't. And Dallas let Jaren Jackson beat him. Tonight, and I always said this, kid is a good game-to-game adjuster. Like, he's really good at it. He's good from game to game. And AD is better than Jaren Jackson, but they similar in the play style that they play.
Yeah.
They like to shoot the little mid-range. They like to go off the dribble. They similar. And so kid learned from his mistakes last night and say, you know what? What I should every time he gets this block, I don't care who's open. You get the ball out of his hands. So much so to it deters him from posting up. He just stopped posting up because he was getting doubled. And so that made him play higher out. So now he's catching the ball at the dang near 3-point line. I'm fine with that.
Facts.
And you will hear kid yell, stay home. Stay home. We're fine with that. If he wants to come out here and shoot threes and fadeaways, cool.
So be it.
So be it. Make him beat us that way. But he ain't finna be in here dunking and laying the ball up all night. and it was brilliant coaching. Brilliant coaching. Brilliant, man. Brilliant. We'll let John go, man. What's your take on this, man? On this big time win?
Man, this is what you call a team win.
For sure.
The very definition of a team win. Shout out to PJ, man, laying it all out, man.
He did the heavy lifting tonight, man.
How many minutes you say he played?
39
minutes.
Almost 40.
Almost 40 minutes, man. That especially in today's NBA, man, that's unheard of nowadays.
Yeah.
And then I gotta give some love to my guy, man. Quentin Q5 Grimes. That's my new name for him. Q5.
He a dog, man. I told y'all about Quentin Grimes when we got him, man. People laughed at me.
So from here on out, if you hear me say Q5, I'm talking about Quentin Grimes. That man there is a heater. That man there is a heater. That man came out in that third quarter.
Man, he had
something about this third quarter.
He had Austin Reeves in jail.
Man, you forgot Austin Reeves was out there.
Had that man in jail.
You forgot he was out there, man. That man had a cool 23 on the 8-17 shooting. Very efficient.
I mean, it was all efficient tonight.
9 boards, 6 assists, and then on top of that, you picking up full court. So for him to do that, and then had a game he had, and then on those threes, man, 6 out of 11 threes, that man was on one tonight, and we needed it. So shout out to him, man. And we finally got the real Spencer Dinwiddie. He came to the American Airlines Center tonight.
Showed up tonight, man. He showed up to hoop tonight.
I don't know if it because it was a national game, he finally decided to show up or what, but we needed it. We needed that presence, man, that leadership on the floor, man. The steady hand. That's needed that tonight. Like I said, man, we had good contributions for pretty much everybody, man. Kleber, he, shout out to him, man. He played some good defense. He had some good minutes, man, especially with us being down Gafford, and we only had one center with Lively, and Lively was in foul trouble tonight. So shout out to him, man. He had some good minutes, man. Got 5 assists as well. So he was moving the ball pretty good, man. Didn't force a lot of shots. And shout out to Kid for playing Omax. Even though it was 5 minutes, those 5 minutes was impactful. Because the way he got Jackson Hayes in foul trouble in 4 minutes.
And he did exactly what I said in my last game. Like attacking straight line, man. Straight line. Like
so
just
put the pressure on him. It puts pressure on them, man. Man, shout out to him, man. This is what we needed, man. We needed some fight, man. We needed some grit, man. Play with some pride, man.
We needed some IQ, like
that too. We need IQ as well.
We've been losing these games because of the coaching bad IQ and the players bad IQ. Like the decision making that's been going on in these games has been putrid, to say the least. And tonight was like the first time since Kyrie went down where it was like, okay, like I see you doing with it. Like you steadying the ship. Like he's directing out there. Like, hey, you go over here. Like, hey, when we need a bucket, he made sure he had the ball. Like, okay, hey, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me spearhead this thing. And so like that's what we need, man.
Yeah, we had 29 assists to their 20. We won the rebound battle, which is big, especially against a bigger team. Points in the paint, man. 52 points in the paint. That's high efficient buckets, man. We needed it, man. Shout out to him, man.
Dallas was driving. Spencer was going down lane so smooth.
So shout out to him, man. We did the thing we were supposed to do, man. Shot 47% from the 3-point line, man. So
And they shot 10 more free throws than we
And
did.
they shot 10 more free throws because they was aggressive, man. They was getting inside. So
Well,
they.
no, I'm saying the Lakers shot 10 more.
Oh, you said the Lakers? Let me see.
The Lakers shot 24 free throws.
Oh,
We
they sure did.
we shot 14.
14.
As much as we was driving, like that's what Najee was complaining about. Like, dude, like some of these tic-tac fouls you giving AD and LeBron them down there.
Well,
Like,
they give them a look. They give the refs a look, and you know what happens after that.
I already got a $150 going down his face, and I'm like, man.
Yep.
But man, shout out, and IQ, man, not throwing the ball away. Like,
yes,
we get a steal, we just throw.
We do the hot potato, man. We still had like one or two of those tonight, but it wasn't nowhere nearly the amount that we had previously, man.
Yeah, like
that was killing us, man. Especially you get a defensive stop and then you turn around and give it right back. That's deflating. That is very deflating. But man, we finally we thought. We thought, okay, if I get this steal, I get this rebound. Don't let me.
Well, I think it was more so of Spencer taking charge. So like he would call for the ball, a lot of the times instead of just letting just freelance. Like,
yeah,
when you're missing so many guys, like you need somebody to take control.
You need some structure,
and so you don't need everybody just doing everything, like trying to do whatever. Like we don't need everybody to be a point guard. We just don't.
Facts. And shout out to Dinwiddie as well, man. In that third quarter, man, when young fella Jaden Hardy got hot, he went to him 3 straight times on that same play.
Well, they was cheating over so hard.
They were cheating. Know what I'm saying?
Because Dinwiddie was cooking Austin Reeves. He was cooking him, and so
they was bringing Hardy up on the weak side, and I'm glad they didn't go away from it. If it's working,
it's been another thing.
If it's working, we're gonna keep running this until y'all get out of this. And Hardy hit him three straight threes. And same spot.
Shout out to Hardy for not changing nothing.
Nothing.
Like,
take it.
Shoot it. Like, don't dribble.
They're giving it to you.
Like,
you ain't gotta dribble. Just shoot it.
Don't dribble it to traffic. Just shoot it. You open.
They haven't changed theirs. You gonna shoot this.
And I knew they was lost when they came out in the 2-3 zone.
2-3. They came out in that 2-3 zone.
That's what sparked the first. That's what sparked the first three.
I said
he came out 2-3 zone, and Spencer did the right thing. He penetrated the zone, and when he did, they collapsed. He kicked it out to Hardy 3, and so I'm like, okay, Hardy. And then it came down. They cheated over on Spencer, kicked it 3. I said,
that's 2.
The young fella feeling that thing. Fella like, hey,
it don't take much for young fella feel that thing.
He feeling that thing. It's a couple people on the team like you don't want to get hot. Hardy can get hot. We seen him score 13 minutes in 4 minutes, 13 points in 4 minutes. Like he can get hot. He can get hot. Clay can get hot. Q5 can get hot. Like they can get hot. PJ can get hot. We seen them in the playoffs.
Yeah,
he can get hot. But PJ was just your steady hand tonight. He was just your utility guy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna defend. I'm gonna put points on the board. I'm gonna do the dirty work. I'm gonna do all the dirty work. I'm gonna rebound. And just him inserting himself. Like it was a couple of plays. Like the Lakers was running a screen and roll, and they was trying to get the mismatch. And PJ will rush over so fast.
Yeah.
To switch and take the place of whoever guard was there.
Yeah.
To make sure the Lakers couldn't exploit it. And
yeah.
I was like, God dang it, PJ, that's how you play ball, man. That's how you have IQ. Don't sit there and just let them pick y'all apart. And now a guard is sitting there on AD, and AD just feasting.
Facts.
Like you see it coming, don't just stand over there. Run over there and say, hey, man, I live. But we ain't finna get his dunk up.
No, sir.
And so I like that. Like whenever he seen it, even if he wasn't involved in the action, he would step up and take that switch and say, no.
Yes, sir.
And so I like that. Um, I like the fact that Luka and Kyrie was there. I feel like they played
Yes,
a big calming,
that was big for morale there.
big morale, big calming. I like that Luka was moving around. His spirits and energy was up. I could tell he was kind of he's been pissed off.
Yeah,
Obviously, so you want to play. You don't want to be sitting out and watch your team. Basically get jumped on every night. you know,
they jumped on him. They jumping on.
They getting jumped on, and there's nothing that you can do. You have to sit there and actually just watch it. So there's nothing you can do, and teams talking trash, and you like, okay. Like Cleveland talking big trash, they fans were talking trash, boy. And I'm like, dude, like, congrats on the win. But come on, dog. Like,
I mean, we got almost 60 points that ain't playing.
Like, come on, man. Like, dog. Like I'm gonna congratulate you on the win. The win is a win for sure. Like,
but don't make it seem like it just.
Yeah, don't sit there like you mopped the Mavericks. Like, nah, bro. Y'all won by 12. Good win. And y'all played a bunch of our guys who don't play. And like I told them, I said, we'll see y'all later. Keep the same type of energy. Because I guarantee you, when 77 come back, he will be on a vendetta.
That boy, man, you see, he had the basketball just sitting over there just the whole time. Just like
he's sitting there yelling at Dorian Finney-Smith, telling him he lucky. Like, you lucky.
You lucky.
Like, hey, you lucky.
We get this work.
If you think Kyrie and Luka's not gonna come back on the vengeance, you're sadly mistaken.
You better think again.
They're gonna come back, and it's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be nasty. I can see them averaging 60 together.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nasty. And then not only that, if this team here can find a way to stay afloat, oh my gosh, what that does to the team as a whole when you get to the playoffs, them knowing that, hey, we can ball. Like, we seen that we can ball. Like, some guys ain't gonna need, like Q5 know what he can do. Like, it ain't no doubt in his mind. People are just seeing it now. I have been talking about Grimes for the longest, even when he was in New York, before he went to Detroit. But when Dallas made that trade for traded Tim Hardaway for Grimes, I was probably one of the only few Mavericks fans that was saying this is probably going to be one of our best trades. Oh man, he wasn't even playing in Detroit. I said, man, I understand that you don't know ball, but if anybody who's seen this young fella play,
and now on that is Detroit.
anybody who's ever seen this young fella play, this is a fella that you want on your team. He's a dog defensively, and boy, he can light it up offensively. He can light it up offensively. Coming off the bench, he lit it up.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I was looking at our standings. So we're back in the fifth seed right now. With a chance to catch Denver
if they lose.
If Denver lose tonight against Boston, so that'll put us
in 4.
Quite,
put us in 4.
No, we'll still be, because we still have 2 more losses than they do, but it's still a step closer to the 4th spot. But I was just looking at just to divert just a quick second, not to derail the conversation, but I was looking at the standings and how Sacramento has been on the tear lately, winning 5 straight, and they're still not at 500.
Man, what you expect?
Man. But anyway, man, back to our Mavericks, man, that shows some fight, some grit, and some IQ on tonight, man. That should be the title of the show: Fight, Grit, and IQ. But yeah, man, that I'm rooting for Boston tonight, just for tonight. Help us out.
I root for Boston every time they play a Western Conference team. I root for anybody on Eastern Conference. Anytime they play Western Conference, I'm rooting for you. I'm a Boston fan tonight. I want y'all to win. But man, shout out, man. Much needed victory for more than one reason. Yeah, you needed to win because you're trying to stay afloat. But two, you needed to win for the morale of the team. Because one thing you don't want the team to do is to be able to pack it in and say, well, I guess we ain't good enough to win. I guess we can't win without Luka. We can't win without Kyrie. You don't want them to get that mentality of like, man, we can't win without them. Like, man, we're on a 6-game losing streak. We're on a 7-game losing streak. We can't win without them.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want that to set in, you know.
Yeah, that's hard to shake. But it was so pivotal. What Klay Thompson did at the end of the second quarter.
The second quarter. That
was pivotal. I'm gonna get that right one day. It was pivotal. My mouth, I don't want to work tonight. But it was big, man, on just that veteran leadership, knowing, okay, man, that's in this first half different than we've been ending it these last roughly 10 games or so. Let's go out with a bang, man. Let's create some momentum going into the second half, man. And
it was big for Kid to go to win.
Yeah.
Like for him it was a timeout. Lakers went up like 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like one of those time in the game where it's like, okay, here it go.
Same song.
When it rains, it pours. All right, here it go. And when he came out, instead of him just running a simple pick and roll, he came out, he called some stagger screen play.
Mm-hmm.
And ran Klay off that stagger screen, and Klay got a good look and knocked it down, and it just like it breathed air back into the team. Everybody was just like, "Ooh," like boy, like, and then it's like it just kind of freed everybody. Like, okay, hey man, we ain't got to tense up. Like, let's just keep playing hard. And Lakers, this is pathetic. If you're a Laker fan, pathetic.
And they're on a 2-game losing streak now.
There's no way we should have beat y'all. First of all, y'all healthy, and you got AD and Bron. There's no way we should have beat y'all. 2, there's no way we should have beat y'all by 20. I thought if we win, it was gonna be probably pretty close. But you guys didn't even break 100.
Got to about 21.
Like, I think, honestly speaking, if the Lakers want anything out of this season, they need to trade for Jimmy Butler.
I don't think they have the assets, man.
They got like a couple first-round picks.
Man, they ain't gonna want that, bro.
At this point in time, the Heat ain't got a lot of suitors for people who want Jimmy Butler. Because all the contending teams, they don't want to give up too much. Like, because the Heat are asking not only just for the picks, but you want to pretty much gut our team.
Right.
So I got to send you however many picks, 2 first-round picks, and then I got to send you 3 to 4 players.
I'm thirsty.
Go get it. Go get it.
Nephew Thursday. But,
so,
all the teams there all the contending teams are saying, well, we don't want to give up that much because, we basically don't have a team no more. Yeah, we can have a 3-headed monster, like, say, for instance, the Mavericks. Yeah, we can have a 3-headed monster, but what supporting cast would you have?
Yep.
You'll be in the Phoenix Suns situation.
Now let's speak on the Phoenix Suns because they moved Bradley Beal to the bench. Him and Nurkic. So they really trying to force him to relinquish that no trade clause, man.
Well, he said he would for the right team.
Do you think Miami is the right team for him? Just
Miami don't want him.
what would you think would be his ideal destination?
For Beal, either LA, playing alongside Bron and AD. I think that he can flourish also. I think he would be big time in Houston too.
Ooh. Don't need that to happen.
Like those small market teams, like either Houston, San Antonio with Wemby,
And CP3.
CP3, those young cats there for sale. Any of those like those small market teams like that will greatly benefit from his what he can do and what he can bring. Jimmy Butler said Memphis was really trying to get Jimmy, and Jimmy said no. He don't want to go to Memphis.
Why?
No, they ain't gonna win.
Huh.
No, they ain't gonna win. So Jimmy wants to, for all those out there who's watching, Jimmy wants to compete for a title. So Jimmy seemingly he wants to go to a team like Dallas has been in the talks. He's verbally said he wanted to come to Dallas. We know him and Luka are cool. He wants to come to Dallas. He wants to go to a team that he feel like that if I go there, we immediately contenders. He doesn't feel that way about Memphis. And you have to think about this. Memphis get him. What Memphis has to give up to get him.
So you're gonna give up Bane?
Marcus Smart might be in that with his contract.
Ooh.
Like you giving up a lot.
Yeah, you've been in the same situation that you're in now.
And so it's like, yeah.
But I mean, with his salary, man, it's gonna be tough, man. To especially get to a contender, man. And when you get there, they're still in that same situation, man.
The only one that makes sense, that would make sense, but I don't know if the Heat act like they didn't want to do it, and that was the Phoenix. Because you're essentially swapping Beal, and because their contracts are similar,
right?
So basically, it'd just be about picks at that moment, because the money matches.
Do they have the picks? I thought they gave up picks to get Beal.
Yeah, they did, but it had to be picks down the line. Like it's gonna have to be picks, down the line to make this work.
Well, I mean, they're gonna have to do something soon because I mean, they
But Jimmy Butler won't fix that team. Like
no, he's not gonna fix that.
Like they have a internal issue going on. Like in order to fix that, so for one, they don't have leadership, and they don't have a good center play. So, and then two, don't have good playmaking. So, with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker having the ball majority of the time,
and they lost tonight.
That's what I'm saying. They lost to the Hornets, and they are, attacking. It's not like Kevin Durant was walking away with 10 assists.
That's true.
And so, like, you're not really featuring guys on your team. And then Kevin Durant, he's not a leader. Devin Booker's not a leader. There's no real leadership on the team. And now you got problems in the locker room because Bill said he didn't know he was even being benched.
Mm-hmm.
He said he just came in, his name
Mhm.
went on the board. So now he definitely feels some type of way.
What about Atlanta?
For who?
If Butler goes to Atlanta,
I mean, he just be there. They ain't winning nothing because what you gonna have to give up to get him? This is the whole big thing about getting Jimmy. Like Miami ain't trying to just move Jimmy just to move him.
with Jimmy in the pickle.
If that's the case, they would have been and moved him.
Well, I mean, they're gonna do something soon because the way this is going, man. I guess this for this year, this year shot anyway. So
Pat
for
Riley,
Miami,
is trying to get a bus load in, a boat load in for him, and contending teams are saying nah, cause
like 35 years old, and
why would I bust my team up to go get a guy and then I'm still looking for role players? Like,
yeah. Yeah, he's gonna have to, but it can't even be repaired, man. I will say, kind of,
no, I mean the damage is done. Like
it's just
when they suspended Jimmy, that the damage was done. Like,
yeah, that's
and
gonna be
Pat
tough, man.
Riley, that's how he is with players. Like he don't, you know, it's
Even
a
superstars,
yeah,
he
it's
was
just
like that.
it's a player to GM mentality. Like we not cool.
Hmm. And it's been that tension been there for the last at least 2 years. Between them two going back and forth.
I think
So
Jimmy felt some type of way. Jimmy really felt some type of way when Miami went to the finals and Pat didn't do nothing to bolster the roster.
facts.
And you basically just ran it back.
And you penny pinching for no reason.
And so I think this is when Jimmy was like, "Oh, they ain't trying to win.
Could
Like
least
we
give
just
me
went to the finals. Like man, if you can give me another star, like bruh, like." And it's true. Like if you put another star with Jimmy and Bam, like bro, that's tough.
yeah.
That's tough. With Eric Spoelstra's coaching, that's tough, bro.
And
That's
you
tough.
just that's that's one thing gotta be, especially outlets and podcasts, man. We gotta speak more on these front offices, man, and these moves or lack of moves that they're making, man. Cause if you getting that close, common sense ought to kick in like, okay, if we're this close, let's add a little bit and get us over the top.
I mean, for sure, it did for the Mavericks. It did for the Mavericks.
Yeah.
Like the Mavericks, when they went to the Western Conference Finals and lost, they was like, okay.
Finals.
No, I'm saying they went to in 2022. They went to the Western Conference
Oh
Finals and lost.
yeah.
They said, okay, shoot, man, we're close. We're close.
Let's go get
Like
Kyrie.
we need to get some more firepower. We got Kyrie. Like, okay, now we got 2 stars. Now we need to build around these guys. So last year we went to the finals, and then it was like, okay, we need to bolster up our wing play. Like our wing play is average. It was average with Derrick Jones Jr., Josh Green, Tim Hardaway Jr. Like it was average wing play. Like it was no guys that was really going to put fear in teams and into teams. Right. Not like what we got now. It was no like if you leave Clay open, you like shoot like, or you leave Quentin Grimes open. Like those are guys that you just don't want to leave.
You don't leave open. Yep.
Like you just don't want to leave those type of guys open. And so like when you go and bolster those type of things and you add another guy who can go off as well, and Spencer, another ball handler, a guy like Najee Marshall, Swiss Army knife, a guy who can do a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
He can stretch the floor, he can drive, he can play make, he can run your offense. We seen the defensive job he was doing on LeBron. He was in LeBron. Like he was making LeBron uncomfortable, like not just letting him just have his way. Like, no, I'm gonna pest you all the way up the floor. I'm gonna be a pest. And that's what you need. And we just didn't have that. We just didn't have that type of mentality or type of guys who could do it. And so, but this win tonight, man, getting back on topic, this win could spearhead a run. Just off for sure, just confidence alone. Like, confidence has to be sky high after a win like this. And
we play Portland.
And we play Portland, so we can double up.
Yes, sir.
We can double up, guys. We're trying to just keep this thing afloat until we get one of these guys back. Until we get Kyrie back, Kyrie's probably gonna be the first one to come back. He's essentially out for a week or two. I think Luka will be ready at the end of the month on schedule. With the way he's walking, I think he'd be ready on schedule. So basically trying to get through the month of January. just try to get through the month.
Just trying to hold on.
Just trying to hold on, trying to penny pinch, trying to get wins where you can get them. And if this team could do that, man, going into All-Star break, well, you have them before All-Star break. But going into All-Star break, man, this is probably be the first time that Luka and Kyrie go into the playoffs healthy. Probably the first time they go into the playoffs where they're not dealing with some type of nagging injury.
Not limping going in.
This will probably be the first time. So if you can get those guys going into the playoffs healthy, like, man.
Good luck. Good luck.
Like, I want to see it. So I want to see it, man. But I'm proud of the guys, man. They did what they were supposed to do. They came out, they played hard, and most of all, they played smart, man. Good high IQ basketball. They didn't beat themselves. And that's what's been happening over these past few games. They've been beating themselves, man. And tonight, they did not beat themselves. They put themselves in a position where they had a chance to win and basically told the Lakers, we're not going to beat ourselves. You're going to have to beat us.
Facts.
LeBron, AD, y'all just going to have to get hot and go crazy.
It's hard to do that when you got the knife over there disrupting LeBron.
I mean, everybody. I mean, from the knife to Grimes to PJ, like their Maxey, like their defense were on point. Like nobody had over 20 on the Lakers but AD.
Mm-hmm.
Just to show you the defensive job that was being done. So, like, shout out to those guys, man. Like, big time game, man. Big time game, man. I'm praying that they can build off of it. I'm praying, man, that it can be big morale for the team.
And we're at home too.
We're at home.
The next 3 games.
Yes. And I'm glad that Luka and Kyrie is on the bench.
Coach them up over there, man.
Coach them up, tell them what they seen. I think it helped Jaden Hardy a lot. Seeing him sitting next to Kai, or Kyrie was sitting next to him, kind of helping him out throughout the game. Like, hey, they're doing this, so hey, do this,
Yeah.
Or hey, they cheating over, so hey, just shoot, like. And so,
it's
like,
there.
They help, like the morale of the team. It helps when you see your star players over there, and they encouraging you, like, come on, man, like, hey, you got it. And so I think it was kind of tough because those guys wasn't around for a good minute. So, man, shout out to everybody, man. But it's still the same thing. Hey, yo, Nico. Hey, man. Any day now.
Any day.
Hey, man. Make a move. When I wake up, man, I want to see something, man. I want to see something.
I want my phone buzzing.
It ain't even got to be big. It ain't even got to be big, man. Hey, man, don't make me DM you, man. I will. I'll message you. I'm going to go look for your email. I'd rather email you. because I can be a lot more detailed. I can send you videos. I can send you all kind of stuff. And don't try to block me either, because I got multiple emails. So don't try to block me.
That man got the burners.
But I will email, man. I email a coach or a GM. I email players too.
Oh man.
But man, I'm happy, man.
Yeah.
Sitting there watching the game, you like, man, they looking like they can do it. They looking like, but you still unsure because you're like, man,
yeah,
we one stupid play away from a run.
Facts. Why I didn't relax until they subbed out. That's when I finally relaxed.
I didn't relax to the 2-minute mark. When they was up 15 with 2 minutes, I said, okay.
Man, I ain't relaxed then, man.
I'm like, okay,
I seen them start subbing. Now I was like, whew.
They got it. Well, we might say that because the Lakers kind of conceded to it about the 2-minute mark.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we ain't nothing we can do.
Yeah, I just go been here playing stupid.
Very stupid basketball. From the coach on down. Like, it's just been stupidity. Like, we could have coached a better game in Memphis. Like, we could literally coach a better game in Memphis. This was the same exact type of game.
Same exact type of game.
Same type of game.
Coached night and day.
100%.
Night and day, man.
100%. This game was coached 100% night and day. Had he coached like this against Memphis, we would have won that game.
That's a fact.
We started off good, and when they made the adjustment of posting up Jaren Jackson Jr. instead of them doing like how they did AD tonight, they just let him play one-on-one.
Yep.
And he just killed us. And Kid just didn't make an adjustment. Just like, okay, hey.
Just let it roll.
So, shout out, man, to an organization. Shout out to everybody, man, who come across this video, man. Continue to rock with us, man. We're going to be here in this thing again, man. Yeah, we're going to get lucky, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. Much love. Keep rocking with us, man. Peace out.
Peace.